There is a deep and profound human longing that resides in all of us, a desire to be remembered, cherished, and missed when we are not around. This desire transcends our daily actions, our relationships, and even the impact we leave on the world. It's the yearning for significance, for value, and to have our absence felt by those who matter most to us. In our hearts, we want to leave a legacy that makes people think of us with a sense of loss, but also with gratitude for the mark we've left on their lives. This drive to be missed goes beyond ego or self-gratification. It is part of the fabric of human nature, woven into our very existence. From the smallest social group to the largest community, the principles of connection, influence, and impact dictate how we live and how we are remembered. The challenge is this: how do you make others miss you? How do you create a presence so profound that your absence is undeniable? One of the most powerful tools in human dynamics is absence. You see, people often take for granted what is ever present. We become accustomed to the familiar and the predictable. And as we settle into routines, the people who are always there can become invisible. This isn't because they lack value, it's because their presence has become assumed. The first step in making others miss you is recognizing the power of your absence. Not as a manipulation, but as a strategy for making your presence truly felt. When you are constantly accessible, constantly giving, constantly available, people may start to overlook your value. But when you step back, when you withdraw your energy, attention, and presence, the gap you leave behind creates a vacuum that makes others realize how much you matter. They begin to reflect on the gifts you bring, the emotional support, the wisdom, the humor, the strength, and they begin to miss those qualities. Absence sharpens appreciation. It reminds people of your value in ways that presence cannot always achieve. But absence alone is not enough. It must be coupled with significance. If you are absent, but have not made a meaningful impact, your absence will not create the kind of longing or recognition we are discussing today. The key to making people miss you begins long before you are absent. It begins with building immense value in your relationships, your work, and your interactions. You must create moments of significance, moments that people will remember, moments that leave a lasting imprint on their hearts and minds. To make someone miss you, you must become someone worth missing. That means living a life of purpose, intention, and integrity. It means being a person who invests deeply in others, who pours into the lives of those around them in ways that are meaningful and impactful. Let's talk about value in relationships. Many people approach relationships, whether romantic, platonic, or professional, with a mindset of receiving. They think about what they can get out of the interaction, whether it's emotional support, companionship, or success. But to be missed, you must be a giver. You must approach relationships from a perspective of contribution. Ask yourself, what can I bring into this person's life that no one else can? What unique value can I offer? When you pour into others, when you give your best, your time, your wisdom, your love, they will notice. They may not say it in the moment, but deep down, they will recognize the irreplaceable qualities you bring. And when you are no longer around, that absence will hit them. They will feel the weight of your contributions and long for your presence again. One of the most profound ways to ensure that people miss you is to make yourself irreplaceable. Now you might ask, how can anyone truly be irreplaceable? The truth is, every individual is unique. You have a combination of experiences, talents, and perspectives that no one else on this planet has. But the key to becoming irreplaceable is recognizing your uniqueness and nurturing it. Don't try to fit into the mold that others expect of you. Don't conform to the average or the mundane. Instead, cultivate your own identity and stand firmly in it. When you become irreplaceable, You bring something to the table that no one else can. People may try to find substitutes for your presence, but they will always fall short because there is only one you. You become irreplaceable not only by being excellent in what you do, but by being authentic in who you are. Authenticity is rare, and it is deeply missed when it is gone. In a world where many people wear masks trying to be who others want them to be, the person who is unapologetically themselves stands out. And when that person is no longer there, their absence leaves a hole that cannot easily be filled. Being irreplaceable also means being dependable. It means being a person of integrity, someone who can be counted on, someone whose word means something. When you live this way, people will feel the void when you're not around, because trust and dependability are rare commodities. The way you make people miss you like never before is through emotional connections. Humans are emotional creatures, and we are driven not by logic but by feelings. The most powerful memories we have of others are tied to the emotions they stir within us. When you make people feel seen, heard, understood, and valued, you create an emotional bond that cannot easily be replaced. Think about the people you miss the most in your life. Chances are, they are the people who made you feel something profound. Maybe they made you feel loved, supported, or inspired. Maybe they challenged you to be better, to grow, or to think differently. Whatever the case, the connection you have with them is rooted in emotion, not just in intellectual appreciation. To make people miss you, you must connect with them on an emotional level. This requires vulnerability. It requires being open about your own feelings, fears, hopes, and dreams. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable with others, you give them permission to do the same. And this creates a deep bond that is not easily forgotten. Emotional connection also involves empathy. It means taking the time to understand others, to walk in their shoes, to feel what they feel. When people feel understood by you, they feel safe in your presence. And when you are no longer there, they will long for that sense of safety and connection. If you want to be missed, you must think long term. You must think about the legacy you are leaving behind. The question is not just how people will feel when you are gone, but what you will leave them with. What will they remember about you? What lessons, values, and experiences will they carry with them? Legacy is not about material possessions or accolades. It is about the impact you have on the lives of others. It is about the seeds you plant in their hearts and minds, the influence you have on their character, and the way you shape their worldview. When you live a life of impact, people will miss you because they will feel the absence of that influence. To leave a legacy of impact, you must live intentionally. You must be mindful of the way you treat others, the way you show up in the world, and the way you use your gifts and talents. Every interaction you have is an opportunity to leave a mark, to touch a life, to make a difference. Don't underestimate the power of small acts of kindness, words of encouragement, or gestures of support. These are the things people will remember and miss when you're no longer around. Think about the legacy you want to leave in your family, your community, and your profession. How do you want to be remembered? What impact do you want to have? When you live with these questions in mind, you begin to shape a life that will be missed. The people who are missed the most are the ones who create moments of value. These are the moments that stay with others long after you're gone. It could be a deep conversation, a shared experience, or a time when you went out of your way to help someone in need. These moments are what create the memories that others will cherish. If you want to be missed, focus on creating value in every interaction. Make your presence meaningful. Whether it's with your family, friends, or colleagues, make sure that every time you are with them, you are fully present and engaged. When people feel valued by you, they will miss your presence because it brought something unique and special to their lives. Value can also come in the form of wisdom and knowledge. Be someone who imparts knowledge, who shares insights, and who teaches others to be better. When you share your wisdom generously, people will miss the guidance and perspective you brought to their lives. They will miss your ability to help them see things from a different angle and to challenge them to grow. Creating moments of value also means being intentional about your time. Time is one of the most precious gifts you can give to others. And it is something they will miss when you're no longer able to offer it. Be someone who is generous with your time, who makes people feel like they are a priority, and who invests in relationships with sincerity and depth. Integrity is deeply tied to consistency. It is not enough to be trustworthy on some days and unreliable on others. If you want people to miss you, you must be someone whose actions match their words day in and day out. Consistency builds trust. It fosters confidence in who you are and how you operate in the world. When people know that they can rely on you, they don't just miss your presence, they miss the peace of mind that comes with knowing someone dependable is in their corner. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It means being dependable in your character. If you've committed to something, follow through. If you've promised to be there, show up. If you've pledged to uphold certain values, hold to them, even when no one is watching. It's this kind of consistency that builds relationships founded on trust. And trust is something that is sorely missed when it's gone. Think about the people in your life whom you trust the most. You likely value them not because they're the most talented or successful, but because they've been there for you time and time again. They've proven themselves reliable, and it's that reliability that becomes irreplaceable. When you live with integrity, your absence will be noticed because people will miss your steadfast nature, your unwavering principles, and the sense of security you bring to their lives. To be missed, you must be fully present when you are with others. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get distracted. We live in a time where people are physically present, but mentally and emotionally absent. To stand out, to be remembered, you must offer something rare, your full, undivided attention. When you're with someone, whether it's a family member, a friend, or a colleague, be there fully. Listen with intent. Engage deeply in the conversation. Make eye contact. Show that you are invested in the moment and in the person standing in front of you. People will remember how you made them feel when you were fully engaged, and they will miss that level of connection when you're no longer around. Presence is about quality, not quantity. You don't need to spend endless hours with someone to be missed. But in the time you do spend together, you need to make it count. Whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours, make those moments significant by being fully there. Not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. People long for connection. They long to be seen and understood. When you are someone who offers that connection, who makes people feel valued in your presence, they will miss you when you're gone because they'll miss the way you made them feel alive, important, and heard. Gratitude is a powerful force in human relationships. When you express gratitude to others, you show them that you value who they are and what they do. People want to feel appreciated. And when you are someone who consistently recognizes and affirms the contributions of others, you become someone they treasure. But gratitude isn't just about saying thank you, it's about acknowledging the deeper worth of those around you. It's about recognizing the qualities that make them unique, the efforts they put in, and the impact they have on your life. When you make a habit of expressing sincere gratitude, People will begin to associate your presence with feelings of appreciation and validation. And when you are no longer around, they will miss that positive reinforcement you provided. Gratitude also fosters stronger emotional bonds. When you express genuine appreciation, you build trust, deepen relationships, and create a sense of mutual respect. People feel drawn to those who make them feel valued, and when that person is no longer present, there is an undeniable sense of loss. If you want to be missed, you need to be someone who inspires others to grow. People will miss those who push them to be their best selves, who challenge them to rise above their limitations, and who inspire them to reach for more. Be the person who sees potential in others and encourages them to step into it. This doesn't mean you have to be a formal mentor or coach. It simply means being someone who believes in others and isn't afraid to push them out of their comfort zones. When you challenge people to grow, they will remember you because you helped them achieve things they didn't think they were capable of. And when you're gone, they will miss that driving force in their lives. Being someone who inspires growth also means modeling growth yourself. You can't encourage others to evolve if you are stagnant. Live a life of continuous improvement, learning, and development. Be someone who constantly seeks to grow, and in doing so, you'll inspire those around you to do the same. Support is one of the greatest gifts you can give to another person. When people feel supported, they feel secure. They know that no matter what challenges or obstacles they face, someone is in their corner, rooting for them. To be missed like never before, you need to offer this kind of support, not the kind that's conditional or temporary, but the kind that says, I'm here for you no matter what. Unconditional support doesn't mean enabling bad behavior or being a doormat. It means offering encouragement, advice, and assistance when it's needed. It means being there when times are tough and not just when things are going well. When people experience your support in difficult times, they will remember it. They will miss the strength you provided when they were weak and the comfort you offered when they were struggling. Support is especially powerful when it is unexpected. Be the person who shows up when no one else does. Be the one who offers a helping hand when it seems like everyone else is too busy. People will miss you because they will remember that in their darkest moments you were there. While giving and supporting others is essential, it's equally important to maintain boundaries. Without boundaries, you risk overextending yourself and losing the very essence that makes people miss you. When you maintain healthy boundaries, you show others that you value yourself and your time. This self-respect is attractive and creates a sense of mystery and respect from others. People often miss those who know how to balance giving with self-care. When you honor your own needs and protect your energy, you demonstrate a level of maturity and self-awareness that others admire. You are not constantly available, which makes your time and attention more valuable. And when people realize they can't have access to you whenever they want, they begin to appreciate you more. They learn to cherish the moments they have with you, knowing that your presence is a gift, not a given. Boundaries also allow you to give from a place of abundance rather than depletion. When you take care of yourself and set limits, you have more to offer others. You become someone who can give freely and generously because you are not running on empty. And this ability to give from a place of fullness makes your presence all the more impactful and your absence all the more missed. Generosity is another key to being missed like never before. But generosity doesn't always mean giving material things. It's about being generous with your time, your attention, your knowledge, and your kindness. It's about giving without expecting anything in return. When you live with a spirit of generosity, You become someone who enriches the lives of those around you. You make people feel like they've gained something valuable from being in your presence. Whether it's a listening ear, a kind word, or a helpful piece of advice, your generosity leaves an imprint on their lives. People miss generosity because it is rare. In a world where so many are focused on themselves, the person who is focused on giving to others stands out. They become a source of light in a world that can often feel dark. When you are generous, people will miss you because they will miss the way you made their world a little brighter. Generosity also has a ripple effect. When you give to others, you inspire them to give as well. Your generosity becomes a legacy that continues long after you're gone. People will remember the way you made them feel, the way you gave without reservation, and they will miss that unique quality that you brought into their lives. Purpose is at the heart of being missed. People are drawn to those who live with purpose, who have a clear sense of direction, and who pursue their goals with passion and determination. When you live with purpose, you inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of light, showing others what it looks like to live a life that matters. When you have a strong sense of purpose, your life becomes meaningful not just to you, but to those around you. They see the passion in your actions, the intention in your decisions, and the drive behind your pursuits. This purpose-driven life makes you memorable because it is so rare. People will miss you because they will miss the energy and focus you brought to everything you did. Living with purpose also means being aligned with your values. When your actions are consistent with your principles, you become someone others admire and respect. You are not swayed by the opinions of others or the trends of the moment. You are grounded in your mission. And that makes you a force to be reckoned with. People miss those who are guided by purpose because they offer a sense of stability and direction. They are not easily shaken by the challenges of life. Instead, they remain focused on their goals and continue to move forward no matter what obstacles they face. This kind of unwavering commitment to purpose is inspiring, and when it's gone, it's deeply missed. Positivity is contagious, and people are naturally drawn to those who bring joy and light into their lives. If you want to be missed, you must be someone who radiates positivity, who lifts others up, and who brings a sense of hope and optimism to every situation. This doesn't mean being fake or pretending that everything is always perfect. It means choosing to focus on the good, even in difficult circumstances. It means offering encouragement when others are feeling down and finding solutions instead of dwelling on problems. People miss those who make them feel better about themselves and their lives. When you are a source of positivity, you become someone people want to be around because you make them feel good. You make them believe that things can get better, that they can overcome their challenges, and that there is always something to be grateful for. Positivity is especially powerful in difficult times. When the world feels heavy and overwhelming, the person who can offer a smile, a kind word, or a ray of hope becomes invaluable. And when that person is no longer around, their absence is felt even more acutely because they were the light in the darkness. Humility is a rare and beautiful quality, and it is something that people deeply appreciate. When you are humble, you show others that you do not see yourself as better than them. You are approachable, kind, and willing to listen. You acknowledge your own limitations and are open to learning from others. Humility makes you missable because it fosters genuine connections. When people feel that they can approach you without fear of judgment, they are more likely to open up to you, to trust you, and to form deep, meaningful relationships with you. And when you are gone, they will miss that openness, that sense of being heard and understood. Humility also means giving credit where it is due. It means recognizing the contributions of others and not always needing to be in the spotlight. People will miss you because they will remember that you were someone who lifted others up, who celebrated their successes, and who didn't need to take all the credit. Being humble doesn't mean being passive or self-deprecating. It means being confident in who you are without feeling the need to boast or belittle others. It's about being secure enough in yourself that you can appreciate the strengths and talents of those around you without feeling threatened. Your presence is more than just your physical being. It's the emotional impact, the energy, and the memories you leave behind. To truly be missed like never before, you must develop a presence that resonates with people on a deeper level. A presence that leaves a lasting imprint long after you've gone. When we talk about presence, it's not just about how you show up in a moment, but the way you carry yourself, the energy you bring, and the authenticity you radiate. Presence comes from being fully in tune with who you are, while also being attuned to the needs of those around you. It's about having a natural ease and confidence, a quiet strength that draws people in without you having to say a word. People will miss your presence because it offers something rare: authenticity and connection. So many people move through life wearing masks, hiding behind social roles or the expectations of others. But when you are someone who is unapologetically yourself, who doesn't hide behind a facade, people notice. They appreciate the realness, the vulnerability, and the strength it takes to be true to oneself in a world full of pretense. To develop a powerful presence, you must first be aware of who you are. Self-awareness is the foundation of presence. It requires understanding your strengths, weaknesses, values, and emotions, and being honest about them. It's about knowing how your actions affect others and being conscious of how you show up in every situation. Self-awareness also means being in tune with your emotions and the emotions of those around you. When you are emotionally aware, you can respond to others with empathy and compassion. People will miss you because they will remember the way you made them feel seen and understood. They will miss the emotional intelligence you brought to every interaction, the way you were able to read a room and adjust your energy accordingly. Developing self-awareness takes time, and it requires a willingness to look inward. It's about asking yourself hard questions and being open to feedback. When you are self-aware, you can show up more fully for others because you are not distracted by your own insecurities or ego. You are able to focus on the present moment and be fully there for the people around you. Authenticity is the key to leaving a lasting presence. People will miss you when you are real with them. When you are authentic, you are not trying to be someone else, you are fully yourself. And that makes you memorable. In a world where so many people are trying to conform, authenticity stands out. Being authentic means embracing your true self, flaws and all. It means not pretending to be perfect or having all the answers. People appreciate authenticity because it gives them permission to be themselves as well. When you are authentic, you create a space for others to be real, to drop their guard, and to connect with you on a deeper level. People will miss you because they will remember the genuine interactions they had with you. They will miss the way you made them feel comfortable in their own skin, the way you accepted them as they were. Authenticity is magnetic, and when it's gone, it's sorely missed. Another key to being missed is being someone who empowers those around you. Empowerment means helping others realize their own potential and giving them the confidence to pursue their dreams. When you empower people, you give them the tools and encouragement to succeed, and they will remember you for it. Empowerment comes in many forms. It could be through mentorship, offering guidance and advice. It could be through encouragement, letting someone know you believe in them even when they doubt themselves. Or it could be through providing opportunities, opening doors for others to step into their greatness. People will miss you because they will miss the way you believed in them. They will miss the way you pushed them to be better. The way you saw potential in them when they couldn't see it in themselves. Empowerment creates a lasting bond. And when you are no longer there to offer that support, your absence is deeply felt. Wisdom is timeless, and those who carry wisdom are often remembered long after they are gone. To be missed like never before, you must strive to be a source of wisdom for those around you. Wisdom is not just about knowledge or intelligence, it's about understanding life's deeper truths and being able to offer meaningful insights to others. People seek out wisdom in times of uncertainty. They look to those who can offer guidance, perspective, and clarity when things feel chaotic. When you are someone who can provide that wisdom, people will miss your steady hand and clear vision when you're not there. Wisdom is earned through experience, reflection, and learning from both successes and failures. It requires a willingness to learn from life's lessons and the humility to recognize that there is always more to understand. People will miss your wisdom because they will miss the way you help them navigate life's challenges, the way you offer perspective that they couldn't see on their own. Another way to ensure that you are missed is to create memorable moments with those around you. These are the moments that people look back on and smile. The experiences that stand out in their minds long after they've happened. When you create moments of joy, connection, and meaning, people will miss you because they will miss those moments you shared together. Creating memorable moments doesn't require grand gestures or elaborate plans. It can be as simple as being fully present in a conversation, sharing a laugh, or offering a kind word when it's needed most. It's about making the ordinary extraordinary by infusing it with meaning and connection. People will miss you because they will miss the way you made even the simplest interactions feel special. They will miss the joy, the laughter, the love that you brought into their lives. Memorable moments are about creating a sense of connection. And when you're gone, people will feel the void left by those moments they shared with you. Kindness is one of the most powerful ways to leave a lasting impact on others. When you are kind, you leave a mark on the hearts of those you encounter. Kindness is remembered long after the words are spoken or the actions are taken. It's the small acts of kindness that people often miss the most when someone is no longer around. Kindness doesn't have to be extravagant. It can be as simple as offering a listening ear, helping someone in need, or showing empathy when someone is going through a tough time. It's about being considerate and thoughtful and treating others with respect and dignity. When you live with kindness, people will miss you because they will miss the warmth and compassion you brought into their lives. They will miss the way you made them feel cared for and valued. Kindness creates a sense of belonging, and when it's absent, people feel it's lost deeply. To be missed like never before, you must also be someone who is constantly growing and evolving. People are drawn to those who are curious about the world, who are always learning and expanding their horizons. When you are a lifelong learner, you inspire others to do the same. And they will miss your sense of curiosity and your thirst for knowledge. Being a lifelong learner means being open to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences. It means being willing to admit when you don't know something and seeking out opportunities to grow. When you are someone who is always learning, you become a source of inspiration for others. They will miss the way you challenge them to think differently, the way you introduce them to new ideas, and the way you made them see the world in a new light. Lifelong learners are also adaptable. They are not afraid of change, and they embrace the unknown with enthusiasm. People will miss you because they will miss the way you brought a sense of possibility and adventure into their lives. You made them believe that there was always more to learn, more to explore, and more to discover. Emotional resilience is another trait that makes people miss you when you're no longer around. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to remain strong in the face of challenges, and to maintain a positive outlook even when things are tough. When you are emotionally resilient, you offer a sense of stability and strength to those around you. And people will miss that when you're not there. Emotional resilience doesn't mean you don't feel pain or sadness. It means you are able to navigate those emotions in a healthy way, come out stronger on the other side. It means being able to support others in their difficult times because you've learned how to support yourself. People will miss your emotional resilience because they will miss the way you helped them through their own struggles. They will miss the strength you offered, the way you were able to stay calm in the midst of chaos, and the way you offered hope when things seemed hopeless. Resilience is contagious. When you are emotionally resilient, you inspire others to be resilient as well. They will miss the way you made them feel like they could handle anything, that they could overcome any obstacle, and that they were not alone in their struggles.